So please let your friends and family know to listen to the show. They'll be well informed, they'll be well equipped, and I believe that their lives will change because of this interview today. A lot of us are struggling from health issues. We are struggling from financial issues. And today we are going to really give you step by step on how you can get some breakthroughs in your lives. And so it's my pleasure to introduce you to our guest speaker. And let me just give you, so you can see the power woman that we have today in this show. I want to introduce you with a biography. Let me just tell you who she is. I hope I pronounced the last name correctly. But we'll say her name is Dr. Helen Delahoussay. Delahoussay. Mm-hmm. She's the world-renowned transformational life and business coach, #1 New York bestseller author, and former reality TV star, chief sales officer with Sanki Global, a health, wellness, and wholeness empire. We're going to talk about a lot of that today. She's a breast cancer survivor, thriver, and national spokeswoman, visionary of breast cancer awareness, fighting for the cure, nonprofit entitled Not Our Girls. Dr. Helen offers transformational coaching worldwide through a passion project entitled Women Helping Women Win. And here's the exciting part I also love. She has aided 33 families to become first-time millionaires in less than a year. Let me say it again. She has aided 33 families to become first-time millionaires in less than a year. She birthed a total of over 200 millionaires worldwide. Dr. Helen is a midwife of multi-level marketing, $3 billion industry via health and wellness. And she's a mother of 9 amazing children and an honorable wife to Dr. Edward Clay. Her family and her reside in Houston, Texas, and they travel the world inspiring people how to create living legacy unapologetically. Her mantra is, no one will outserve me. No one will outserve me. So Dr. Helen, please, I appreciate you. I know you're very busy here in the Turks and Caicos Islands, but I really appreciate this time that we have with you today here in this 1-hour show.
Absolutely. Well, great day, great day, great day. One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost. Okay? It is a delight to be here on your show today. I've heard so much about you. So for me, it's an absolute honor and privilege. I'm humbled to take out a moment of my schedule to serve seed on good ground, which is your show, and also here in the beautiful country of Turks and Caicos.
Well, Dr. Helen, your introduction alone just is getting me excited. I'm already excited, so I can't wait for this hour. Tell us about the Sanki products. And you know why this health thing is really important to me. I've been on dialysis now for 4.5 years. I don't like to talk about it, but I have to talk about it because, our experiences will help other people, hopefully, I believe it will help other people. And so tell us about the different products and how some of these products can help us with our health issues.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you being so transparent to me and also to your listening audience because testimonies absolutely evoke persons to have breakthroughs in their life. And for your obedience and for your sacrifice of being so transparent, I expect many people will be freed in the shame of having illnesses such as what you've had. I know that oh so well because no woman on my mother's side had ever lived to see their 59th birthday. All dying from cancer, heart disease, diabetes, dialysis. So coming up as a little girl from Charleston, South Carolina, in very humble beginnings where we had breakfast for breakfast and breakfast for lunch and breakfast for dinner, I know what it is to watch people be put in the ground and they are so young and youthful, and you see them vibrant prior to them transitioning, and you're wondering why, as a little girl, why is this an attack on my family? Is this a generational curse? Is this spiritual warfare? What is this? And so seeing men and women, I'll never forget, I was 4 years young when I went to the first funeral, and the person was in their 20s, and they died of diabetes. Now, back then, in the 70s, I'm telling my age a little bit, you know, they didn't have the same treatment plan or solutions that they have on today. But even the things that we have today, people still die and perish because of lack of knowledge. And so I remember tugging at my grandmother's leg, wondering why this is happening, crying, saying, wow. And I would like to say that was the last funeral I went to, but I went to over 30 funerals before I turned 20 years young.
Wow.
Over 30 funerals. And my mother died at 36 years young. And so this is something that I could say I've been on a quest all of my life for all natural remedies, all natural ways to reverse the curse. Because I do believe, especially among people of color, and we have all colors in my family, okay, from Caucasian to Asian to Indian to, you know, to black, it doesn't matter, you know. And matter of fact, my grandfather on my mother's side is from Haiti. So we have a melting pot. So I do not make that comment to insult anyone. But what I will say is people of color are dying too young. You have, especially the man of color, the man that is born and birthed to be the provider, to figure things out, to be the foundation. He is the identity of his home. And so the enemy, I believe, has crafted a way to remove the male from the home early on, even when there's no divorce per se. He removes the male because he's given the male now 2 and 3 jobs to have to go to. So he's not even present spiritually, emotionally, physically. He's making the money for his home, yes, but his children do not have relationships. So if they don't have relationship, they don't have identity. And then their children grow up with an identity crisis, not understanding what their true purpose in life is. And then the wife becomes resentful because she thought she married her king, her Boaz, and really she married another problem. Because with him being absent, now she got to wear 20 million hats. She's the doctor. She's the lawyer. She's the police officer. She's the firefighter. She's the chef. She's the lover. She's the fighter in the ring, knocking out everything. She's everything, and then she becomes sick. Because she has no energy, okay? So she cannot perform, and she's all about her children, her family. You know how we women are. And then we become the what? The coverers, the protectors. That's not the role, spiritually, of the woman. But the woman is now playing the role of the man, and the man sometime now has to play the role of the woman. And we wonder why our families are experiencing a deficit, a bankrupt. Okay? And so then we also wonder why we are 30s and 40s and we have heart disease. We have dialysis going on. We have diabetes going on because our diets are poor. Because we got them 2 and 3 jobs trying to, you know, make ends meet when ends ain't even winking, okay, let alone meeting, all right? And so, but we're doing all of these things in the hustle and bustle, and we've even bought into the plan that the world has defined as when you are born to go to school. You get as much education as you can get so you can get a good job. So that you can go and then buy the big house. So that you can go and then get the nice car. So that you can go and then and get all the bills, the good bills is what I call them, okay? And then you go through all this rat race, you get married, you have your family, you got so much stress going on, your family get busted up, okay? And then after that you say, let me go find another spouse. Let me go get a bigger house so that the Joneses can look across the street and see that I got it going on. I'm just talking real today. And let me go get the next car, the next bill that I can't afford. Let me go take these trips that I really can't afford just to find happiness and peace. You do it all over again, and guess what? Then happens, you die. And I just don't believe in my heart that the Creator created us to do all of that and then just die. To live a life that is not full and go to the grave, you should be going to the grave empty. where you left it all on the ground when you were here. You shouldn't live a life where you have nothing called legacy. But forget the legacy after you're gone. What about the living legacy? The living legacy. See, I believe we are created by the Creator to create creation, a living legacy as in right now. See, when I went on this quest to find all natural products, I never would have fathomed that in 2018, after I thought I had found the very thing that would keep me from ever succumbing to heart disease and cancer and all of these things that was raging. But unfortunately, it's something called hereditary. And I didn't know what I didn't know. But boy, in 2018, I'm telling you, my life took a turn. And actually, it was in October of 17 when I found out I had breast cancer.
Oh.
Breast cancer, sir. First, I found out, and I'm in my 40s at this time, that I'm pregnant with my 9th child. And I'm in menopause. So the products that I was on, the all natural products, what the good thing that had happened, it was reversing my microbiome. So it was tricking my microbiome. My microbiome thought it wanted to go into menopause. And I was having all the signs and symptoms, but it was taking me back to my youth.
What is microbiome?
The microbiome system is your body within your body. It has its own brain. Your microbiome is the most intelligent part about your body. It's the energy, it's the spirit, it's everything that frames the outer part. That we only deal with the outer part of man. We don't ever deal with the cellular level of man. We don't ever deal with the brain of every organ. Do you know every organ has its own brain? Did you know even your kidneys have its own brain?
I thought it was one brain. I didn't know
and
that.
then you can get on the right products. I'm just trying to break it down in layman's terms for our listening audience today. But you can get on the right product system, which Sanki, I know that it is the right product system. And it'll speak because it's an intelligent product. So it speaks to every single organ, every single movement, every single deficit, and it recovers, and restores. We have a product system that was worked on for 40 years before it launched 11 years ago. We had proven clinical trials, beta testing for 40 years out of Okinawa. Do you ever look at them Asian, and let's just be honest today, and you look at them and you say, wow, how is it that they are 100 years old, but they look like they're 40? I know everybody has questioned that.
Yes.
What are they doing? What are they taking? How are they living? They must not have no stress. That's not true. We all got stress. This is called life. But what they are is they're taking all natural herbs. Like y'all have bush medicine? Well, they done took it to a whole nother level. Okay? And we found a way to condense it and package it into a simple 4-step system. But this one product that I gave you this morning, Belage, was my saving grace. So having breast cancer, 7% chance to live with a baby growing on the inside, doctors telling me terminate your baby, that is the only way you will live. The only way you will live.
Wow.
It will metastasize if you do not terminate this 2-month-old baby in your womb. And I said, something just raged up on the inside of me, call it radical faith. I don't know what it was. Maybe a crazy kind of faith. Because I said, no, we will live and not die.
Amen.
And went through that whole experience. Was I scared? No, I was petrified. But sometimes you got to do it scared. You got to do it petrified. And I made a commitment to myself and to this baby that I didn't know if it was boy or girl, with my husband standing there with tears rolling down his eyes, his face saying, are you sure? Because I know your principles, I know your morals, and I have the same. But we want you. We want you to live, Helen. And you have to have a double mastectomy. You need it now. And you need a hysterectomy. You need to remove these female parts. You don't need them. You don't need them. And I said, I understand that. It's not even about me not wanting to have it. We're going to do all that, but not while I'm pregnant. I'll have my baby at 6 months. I took charge. I got mad. M-A-D. I made a decision. See, if some of us would just get mad, M-A-D, make a decision, that would reverse the curse right there. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
I made a decision. And I said, I'm going to have him at 6 months. You can then take the breast. You can take everything you need because I'm not my breast anyway. I'm not any of those things. And then I went through 16 surgeries in less than a year. My immune system was one blown of someone who had full-blown AIDS. Diabetes, high blood pressure, everything.
Wow.
And so when I started to take this product that I gave you this morning called Belage, this one signature product that has the olive, has all natural, in it. It has the rosenic herbs. It has, the rosemary. I mean, we have so much. I would need 2 hours just to talk about what's all in this product. And my immune system in a matter of 2 weeks was coming back alive. In a matter of a month, it was back to normal. In 2 months, I was not on insulin. In 3 months, I was not on anything for high blood pressure or high blood pressure or diabetes. Just like that.
Wow.
I would like to say that a tumor never came back, but I would be lying. The tumor did come back in a different part of my body. But guess what? The Belage shrunk it, where I did not even need to have surgery. So when I'm telling you, and it was benign at that, it was not malignant. I don't know if you're hearing me with both your ears.
Oh, yes, I am.
But when I tell you your health is your wealth. See, we can talk about all these ways to make money and have financial freedom, but if you are unhealthy, if you're too weak, if you are dealing with mental health issues, oh wow, so nobody want to talk about that, especially in the community of people of color. We don't want to talk about if we're sad, if we're depressed, if we got post-traumatic stress disorders, if we have anxiety, if we're broke, if we're broken. We don't want to talk about that because that means you're inadequate.
Yes.
That would mean that you are less than. That would mean that you should have a silent voice, that you're not a man, you're not a real man if you can't provide. And that is not true. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Because, see, we got to stop as people of color wearing a mask, pretending we know, pretending we're happy, pretending we got it going on, pretending that we're healthy, pretending that we're whole when we're not. It's okay to take the mask off and ask for help. See, there's no shame in asking for help. And your show is help. The only shame is pretending you don't need help when you do. So being on shows like this today to give them the knowledge that they need, I just applaud you for doing what you do. Because people need this information that there is a product system that you can start on today. It goes to your cellular level, gives you instant gratification. And oh, by the way, this whole pandemic, we've not lost one person that's been on our product line. We've had people in the hospital, in the ICU, on ventilators, and their family found a way to get the Sanki product system. That's S-A-N-K-I. If those are listening, trying to say, is she saying Sanki? What is she saying? And Sanki means virtual energy respect. That's the word Sanki in Asia. Okay? It's a Japanese word. And if you turn it backwards, it's Kisan, which means Holy Spirit. See, I knew when I made the decision, did I want to be the first and the only woman of color to take the position of Chief Sales Marketing Officer with international expansion in economic status and also health and wellness. I knew that was going to be a big job, especially after battling with breast cancer. Absolutely. I would like to say I didn't wonder if people would follow me and listen to me, because I think that there was some depression. As I look back on it now, I think I was going through depression, wondering if I'm good enough, if I can still do it, if I'm too old, if I'm too black, if being a woman is going to make a difference. And I'm so glad I got out on my own way and them foolish thoughts. But I tell you one thing, the product system balanced my pH levels as well. Now that's powerful, especially for women. And I know men listening right now, they're like, well, hold up. Wait a minute. We might need to put some Sanki in it, because y'all know that y'all deal with women sometime that time of month. And them emotions be going up and down like a roller coaster. Or they be talking about hot flashes and all of this and that. Oh, baby, I'm not in the mood, because I'm too stressed. I had to cook dinner today. I had to run 5 errands today. I had to go work today. And you feeling like defeated because your wife is having to do all this, or your significant other, give them some Belage and watch it balance them right out.
You're keeping it real.
I got to keep it 100. Oh, when the woman say, I'm not in the mood, or the man say, I'm not in the mood. You know, men do get out the mood too. Well, let me tell you something about the blodge and the inner 7. Those two is a powerful punch.
The blodge and what?
Oh, the inner 7 alkalines the body. Okay. See, cancer can't live in an alkaline body. Mm-hmm. It comes from the ocean of Okinawa. It has all natural minerals, and you know your body needs minerals. There's so many documentaries about just the right minerals alone and the 500 metabolites. That if you just get the right metabolites and minerals in your body, that it will reverse your age, it will give you more energy, and it will reverse erectile dysfunction. See, nobody want to talk about that. When I say your health is your wealth, because your wealth is tied to your seed that you should sow. But if you can't have an erection, you can't sow seed. See, seed is wealth, because seed is legacy. Oh, I don't want to get too deep and heavy with you all today. But, you know, the enemy has designed this thing that if he got you stressed out and you can't perform sexually to recreate your seed that you sow, that is your wealth. Because your children should be your generational wealth, your generational legacy. True or true?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
See, it's not always tied to money. Wealth is a word that means really abundance. See, everybody, when they hear wealth, money. Money. Wealth is favor. Wealth is abundance. Wealth is grace. Wealth is the history of a thing. To have more than enough. That's what wealth, the word wealth. You look in the Webster Dictionary. So you should be praying right now and seeking that you get connected to shows just like this, to people just like us, which we are coaches. We are health and wealth coaches. That you should say, wait a minute, I want more wealth. Wealth in my mindset so that God can give me more vision.
Yes.
See, that's the abundance of wealth, is to have more vision. I want wealth in relationships, because see, you can have abundance in the right relationship that will open a door that no education and money can open. If you got the right relationship, see the right connection, the connection today, you and me connecting today, we're about to transform Turks and Caicos and the world.
Yes.
From one connection.
Yes.
I need you to understand where I'm coming from today. It is deeper than just the money, because the gift will make room for you. And the gift that you have, sir, will move everything out of the way so you can show your people how to get to the money and make your people understand that this is freedom. You are to set your people free. This is more than just a radio show. Your temporary illness that you might be having, you just got the solution right here. It's so many reasons why I'm on the show today. So many reasons.
I believe that.
But I'm here to bring life. And I'm here to remind Turks and Caicos, it's your turn, it's your time. This is your birthright. This is not something that you think you might have to do. This is a mandate. When you get this type of information, that you can add 40 more years onto somebody's life, and you hold it to yourself, you're selfish. You're selfish. You're just flat out selfish. If you would not share this with someone to say, hey, wait a minute. You're suffering with depression? Okay, I got something. I heard your child hasn't walked. We've got people in the Bahamas that have never taken steps on the product system now taking their first steps. You don't hear me though.
Wow.
We got people walking. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to hold back this finale testimony, because every time I share it, I begin to weep, as I did yesterday when I was on your show. But this is a miracle product system. This product system, Sanki, has come to free people, reverse, recover, and restore, not just in your health, but in your wealth. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But my son, I had my first son when I was 13 years young. I was raped. I decided to keep him. 13. A baby having a baby.
Wow.
And my grandmother, whom raised me, reminded me, this moment does not have to define you. That all of this that you are about to experience is painful, but the pain is necessary for the purpose to be birthed in you. So I had my son and I named him Eric. And she went forth to raise him so I could finish school. We grew up as brother and sister in a little small town called Charleston, South Carolina. We were very poor. I went on with my life. I went on to school. I did all the things that society say you're supposed to do. I would like to say I never got in trouble, but that would be a lie. I got into a whole bunch of trouble, but it's something called the grace of God. I then went on and I had a very successful career in broadcasting, marketing, and then network marketing. I've been on television, I've traveled the world, I've written books, I've been a New York best-selling author. I've been all of those things. I've made over $11 million. I've made plenty money, but I've also been broke. I've also lost everything when I didn't have health insurance and I was dying of cancer. So I know what it feels like to stand in the line, cashing or depositing $1 million check. And I also know what it feels like to stand in line begging for food stamps. I know what it feels like to stand in the checkout line to buy $5,000 to go towards your wardrobe. And I know what it feels like to stand in line at a consignment store to beg them to sell a shirt for $1 so your children can have school clothes. So I know what the valley feel like, and I know what the mountaintop feel like. And God restored me and gave me everything I lost double in 2019. When he brought me here to Sanki Global, that was the beginning of something that I would never fathom, that he would use a little country girl like me, born 2 pounds, 3 ounces, addicted to crack, with a mother that was a prostitute. Never would have thought. But he did. My son and I was, again, we became like brothers and sisters, and so there wasn't really a true bond that should have been until latter in his years. And so last year, my son was going to a bachelor party. He was the best man in the wedding. And he was walking out to his car, and a group of guys with a gang initiation was told to go find somebody and just randomly shoot them so they could be initiated into this gang. And my son was that somebody. So with AK-47s, they gunned him down in Charleston, South Carolina. His name is Eric. Eric took a final bullet to the side of his head, the right temple, where 25% of his brain was blown away. They took him on to the hospital, Charleston, South Carolina, Medical University of South Carolina, one of the most prestigious hospitals. Matter of fact, if a president of the United States had gotten injured in any part from New York on, they would medevac him to MUSC, to the trauma unit. That's where they would see the president of the United States. My son died 13 minutes in the ambulance. When he got up to the hospital, there was a faint pulse that the paramedic found. And they rushed him in to see if the doctors could commence surgery. None of the white doctors at that hospital wanted to commence surgery for my son, who had showed up with tattoos on his neck and his arms, with gold fronts in his mouth, looking like a thug. When little did they know, my son had a good job, was an entrepreneur, and a father and somebody's son. But there was a young man from Iraq, 31 years old, who was a resident, who begged them to commence the surgery. He said, "I've seen injuries like this in Iraq as a little boy, and we owe it to his family, because he could be somebody's son, somebody's sibling." And they proceeded. After 5.5 hours, they pronounced Eric brain dead. But they tried. When I arrived, they announced that he had 0% chance past 48 hours to live. That I would have to make some decisions to pull him off life support. Eric's eyes was fixed, his pupils dilated and fixed. Rigor mortis was setting in, his limbs were stiff, and he was ice cold. There was no emotion. I put a whole bunch of prayer on it. I'm talking about everybody I knew in Turks and Caicos, Bahamas, Trinidad, Jamaica, all over the world, the United States, prime ministers, bishops, my spiritual father, Bishop T.D. Jakes, his wife, First Lady Sarita Jakes. Everybody was praying and fasting and believing God for a miracle for Eric, that Eric would live and not die, and one day he would speak to the nations, and the nations shall call Eric blessed. And through all the prayer, when I knew the doctors gave up on him, I said, "Since you gave up on my son, we're going to keep praying. But I also want you to put every Sanki product in his IV and in his feeding tube." Do you hear what I'm saying to you? 3 days later, Eric opened his eyes. He pulled the tubes out, the life support tubes. He began a couple days later to talk. A couple days later, he began to sit up. 2 weeks later, he was feeding himself. 3 weeks later, he was walking, talking on Facebook Live with 25% of his head blown away, talking about his New Year's resolution. Eric was completely restored, as if nothing happened to Eric today when they said he would never have children again. Eric has a new baby. You don't hear me now.
Wow.
He has a new baby, married, going to school, and driving. Tell me but God. So no, I don't say this is a miracle system by itself. I believe that God gives man wisdom to create a product system like this. And the saddest part of it, we don't know nothing about it until now.
Yes.
So there's no more excuse. Until right now, the listening audience should be moving right now. Because by now, you should be saying, well, what is the phone number? How do I connect with her? By now, you should say, are they having a session or something that I can meet with her? I can get a body scan, because we do offer body scans. I'm coming here to do it for free. It's a $400 value. I can tell you exactly what's going on with your body from head to toe.
Wow.
Okay? But we're offering it for free while I'm on the ground. I'm here for a 3-day blitz with Queen Elaine Lightburn Perez. The beautiful queen sitting here in the studio with me. And her wonderful family. We had a great night last night. Just phenomenal people. But any and everybody is welcome for this event. I'm going to give out 2 numbers.
649.
No, just write it down, please. The first number is 242-439-2425. That you need to register, because we will be practicing social distancing per your government. Okay? Even though the products protect you from COVID. You ain't dying if you're on these products, right? And you probably won't even get COVID. But we're going to honor and do things in decency and order. So 242-439-2425. You want to call that number right now to register if you want more information. Even I'm going to bless some of you with some free products while I'm here on the ground. You want some free products? You want to try this? You want to hear more about the wealth side of it? We're going to be talking about that in a few moments. But there is an opportunity for you to create an extra stream of income coming in every day, every week, by just sharing the good news of Sanki Global. We're not looking for salespeople, so if that's what you're looking for, then we're not looking for you. We're looking for salespeople, people that can tell the good story, the good deeds, the testimonies of the Sanki products, and when you have your experience, because you cannot sell a dream or even talk about a dream looking like a nightmare. So we want to get your body completely restored. We want to get your finances completely restored. Another number that you can dial is 649-241-6007. That's 649-241-6007. I know by now you are making your way to the phone. I'm sure you can reach this on WhatsApp because you want to register for the event. You want to meet me face to face, or you want to receive some free products. You want to receive some more information, or you say, wait a minute, I want to do all of the above, plus I need to make some money. It ain't about what I want to do. I need to make some more money. I need to save my house. I need to save my car. I need to put my baby back in college or back in daycare. I need to take care of my family, like my mother or my father that's elderly and they can't even pay for the prescription medicine. I need some groceries. It could be something as simple as that. I need some groceries in my house. I need to turn the lights back on. I know what that feels like, sitting around candles, telling your children we playing the candle game when the lights is off. I need to turn my water back on. I need to take a vacation. How about that? I ain't got the extra to do that. I'm working all these hours and I can't even take a vacation to the other island without robbing Peter to pay Paul. Come on now. That's not what life is designed. Life ain't just to be lived, it's to be enjoyed. And the other number is 649-243-6007. That's 649-243-6007. By now, you should be moving. Don't even think about this. Don't even think about it any longer. Say, well, what should I? Yes, you should. Dial the number right now and register yourself. Get the information you need. Some of you are going to want to tune in by Zoom. We have that opportunity as well, but it's a private Zoom. It's a private invitation. And the only way you can take part in this is reserving your seat for success. You deserve a win. You're overdue for a win. By now, you know that. You know what you're going through. Then the wealth side of this, I've been here on the show for a few moments now, and I know we're coming to a close shortly. And I want to talk about the wealth side, if it's okay with you, sir.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
We have designed something with families in mind, where this is truly a home-based opportunity. You don't have to go and get a storefront. You don't have to go and hire people to help you do this. You don't have to go get lights and electricity turned on for it, or pay extra light bill. The same light bill you paying, you're going to keep paying it, but you're going to now make more money than you've ever made before in your life if you can receive what I'm about to say. Especially the churches. We have designed something, if you're not too prideful. I'll say that again, because I know in the churches sometime, and I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes, because I am an ordained minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I'm never here to offend, but I am here to get your attention. We pretend that our church is not in trouble. We in foreclosure. Some of us done filed bankrupt. We don't want to tell the members. Y'all not ready for me today, but it's okay. But some of y'all got some wisdom today, and y'all like, wait a minute, hold on, she's talking real. She's talking real today. I have a way to keep the doors of the church open. I have traveled all over the world with keeping the doors of the church open workshop, where we bring this opportunity to your church, to your members, about the health and wellness, protecting, covering the temple if we want to make it deep and religious, okay? But really what it's about is you should be providing more than just to your members, just the powerful word of God, as in faith building. You need finance building too. Mm-hmm. Because your congregation, they don't just need the resources as in the resource of what the Bible offers in the healing process to their body, to their mind, to their spirit man, but they also need to know how to heal their finances. The church is hurting, and so many people are just devastated that they can't even tithe right now. They can't even make an offering to the church because that would be taking food off the table for their children. Nobody want to talk about it, but Dr. Helen Delahoussay came to talk about it today. So if I can show you a way, and I can, where you can replace and just pay your mortgage from the Sanki product, the church mortgage, then wouldn't you be interested to sit down with me? Of course you would. You need to dial that number then, because I'm not going to go into the details on this show. 649-241-6007. Some of you say, I just want to make an extra $500. If I can make an extra $500 a week, if I could do an extra $1,000 a week, Dr. Helen, Coach Helen, if I could do that, you would change some things. It would be some major changes in my house. I might even change your zip code. I don't know if y'all got zip codes here, but we can change your zip code in the United States quick, fast, and in a hurry. Take you out of a 2-bedroom that you're struggling and put you in a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house. Get the extra car that you need instead of you bumming rides, you know? So we created this to make it fun, to make it easy, to make it simple. If you've got a phone, if you don't have no phone and you don't have no laptop, hang up. Get off the show. But if you've got a mobile phone and you can get on the internet, then you can make Wi-Fi money with this. Because every time you share this opportunity with someone, we're going to pay you 90%. Oh, you heard what I said. So I'll give you an example. If you share something and somebody said, wait a minute, I need that Balaj and that Inner 7, and let's just say hypothetically it runs about $100 US. And I need that because I want to safeguard myself from all the viruses. I want to find a way to reverse this diabetes. I want to get off of dialysis. I want to deal with this heart disease that I might have. Or somebody in your family might have cancer. You want to reverse that. Lupus, debilitating pain. Because we get rid of the inflammation. See, inflammation is 90% of the reason why all this other stuff is going on. You got too much inflammation in your body. So the Balaj goes straight to the cellular level and it releases everything to your microbiome that before you know it, instantly, you're starting to reverse inflammation, constipation. Do you know how many Americans, how many people all over the world, they go to the bathroom maybe once a day, sometime every 3-4 days, sometime once a week? That's not table talk. So nobody want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. You're supposed to poop every time you eat. But we so stressed out, and our microbiome is all imbalanced. So we're not pooping. The inflammation is being held in our body. We talking about, I'm fat, this is obesity. No, it's not. It's inflammation. Women walking around in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s talking about this baby fat. Your baby is 20. Stop it. So we can reverse that too. Well, with one of our products, Crenew, you lose 1 to 4 pounds a night. You will rest. You won't have insomnia. You will rest. Not sleep. You will rest and lose weight while you're sleeping. So let's say, for example, you share this with someone. They click on your link that you get for free. Say free. FREE. You get the link for free. A sophisticated, innovative back office that we're going to give you for free. When you make the investment to become a part of the movement, and it's minimal. It's less than $3 a day. I know I got everybody's attention now. You got to say that again. Less than $3 a day. Stop going, getting that food you don't need throughout the day. Take that same $3 and transfer that same $3 and invest in you. To put together a business that could potentially earn you millions of dollars. And I say that boldly. That could earn you millions of dollars in the health and wellness industry. Because it's global. You can offer this anywhere. You can send that link out to anybody in the world. And when they click on it and they shop with you, because they shopping with somebody now, trust and believe that, from an economic status and standpoint. Let's talk about this. They shopping at Walmart. They shopping at GNC. They shopping online with all these people. Amazon. The only reason why they're not shopping with you to purchase and invest this Sanki product system into their health and their wellness is because they don't know about it. Because you haven't told them about it yet. The moment you told them you got access to it, they're going to be all over you like flies on snake. And then when they shop with you, you make, example, they spend $100, you make $90. Where you do that at? Sanki Global. Where you go get 90% of a first order? Where do you go get consistently every time they repurchase? Because when things work, they buy it again.
That's right.
They don't cancel, okay? So now you got something called residual income. You got residual bills, right? Don't you have residual bills?
Course,
you got. So tell me you don't have residual bills, and I'll tell you you're not telling the truth because you got your phone bill. You don't pay that mobile bill. Watch it automatically get cut off. You don't pay them lights, that water, right? So those are residual bills, that mortgage, that rent. So we want to give you residual income that you can have. Now that's legacy. That's beach money. That's beach money. I call beach money the thing that comes in, it tickles your toes, rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, all the time. When you're sleeping, you're getting paid. When you're on the beach having fun, you're getting paid. When you're on a summer vacation, you're really on a paycation. Because when it runs on this innovative technology that we have, that COVID has forced everybody to pay attention to online, to e-commerce. It has forced everybody to be in business for yourself. Even when you work for somebody else, you better have another stream of income. Even the Bible says.
That's right.
You should have multiple streams of income. So I ain't talking to you about nothing that you don't already know about. I'm just giving you the exact blueprint on how to get started. Okay? So we get you daily money, weekly money we pay you, never missed a beat in 11 years. You can Google us, do whatever you want with us. You will not find one thing about us in the Better Business Bureau. We have A ratings across the board all over the world. Sanki, Sanki. There you go. Google it, do what you want. Okay? So you get residual income now too. So example of residual income, churches, people who have communities, nonprofits, or people that just have a family that you need to take care of and you want a constant, definite check coming in every month on top of your daily and weekly money. I'll back up. Matter of fact, 3 people, just 3 people right now. If you can think of 3 people that need to be on this product system, 3 people is $100. We're going to pay you $100 when you go get 3 customers. We're going to pay you $500 when you go get 15 customers. Just 15 people. You tell me you don't know 15 people that's worried about COVID? that's not worried about COVID. You know a whole bunch of people that's worried about COVID. If you think you just put it on there to build their immune system so they never get that. 30 people, that's $1,000. I'm just giving you examples. Churches, if you got 60 people in your congregation, that's $2,000 coming in every single month like clockwork because they're going to order every single month. Because nobody wants to deal with a virus. And when they find out that you now can protect their temple and they've been a diabetic and they can get off that medication, oh man, when they find out they can reverse high blood pressure, when they can find out that you got something that's dealing with cancer that's targeting the cancer cells and killing it, when they find out that they can lose some weight. We got a whole bunch of women and men that want to lose the muffin top, the love handles. See, rolls don't belong on your body, they belong on the kitchen table. I'm talking real.
Mm-hmm,
I got 9 children. I birthed 7 and adopted 2. But when you look at me, you would not imagine that I've had 1 child.
You're right.
Stevie Wonder can see that.
You're right, but that.
Okay? So at the end of the day, it's because I'm serious about my health and about my wellness. I'm serious. Now, Turks and Caicos, will you be serious? That's the question we ask today. Your health, your wealth, your wellness. So there's health wellness and there's wealth wellness. There's 2 different entities that we're speaking on today. And you need both. You need to be well in both. You need to stop with this mask saying, oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. I don't need that. I'm good right now. Oh, you don't need no opportunity? Come on now. Let's peel back the layers. And when you start peeling back the layers, what I've discovered oftentimes with people is they good. Yeah, they good and broke. They good and broken. But I'm here to tell you, get past the shame so you can get past the pain. Because I've been there. I sat in that seat shameful, wondering again, who will follow me? Who will listen to me? I know what I used to be. But maybe I'm washed up, walking around with a breast that looked like a pit bull had mangled me during this time when I was so depressed. Having 8 tubes come out of my body. Every month I was having another surgery, sometimes 2 surgeries in 1 month. Staph infections going to my blood system. Nothing but God. And then he just delivered me one day, and he restored my mind, my way of thinking. And he gave me complete revelation that's tied to the Sanki global movement. And so I invite you, I encourage you to please contact me while I'm on the ground. I'm going to give out the numbers again for those that are just tuning in. 242-439-2425. Please, I encourage you to dial that number right now. 242-439-2425. I encourage you to dial 649-241-6007. That's 649-241-6007. Register yourself. Get the information you need. The first 100 people that call, we have a product for you. We're going to sow it into your life. The first 100 callers, we're just going to bless you with some product. The first 100. I'm here on the ground for just a little bit longer. And I would love to meet with you if you're very serious about taking your life to the next dimension. And you are serious about empowering and enriching other people's lives all over the world. But you got to start somewhere. Start right here in your country. Before you can go out and start talking and empowering others, take care of your country first. Take care of your house. Take care of your family first. Because it's a shame that we can go and bless nations, but we don't even have influence in our own house. Come on now. We got to do better as a people now.
Powerful.
So I really enjoyed being on this show today. And we have something tonight. And you can get the information. It's a private invitation only. And it's at 7 o'clock sharp. And we will not hold you long tonight, but we will absolutely hold you strong. And then we will have something tomorrow, a possible brunch time for those that maybe tonight doesn't work. And you can't get on with us face-to-face, and you can't get on Zoom because we will be offering 2 entities tonight. Then you might want to meet with us tomorrow for brunch, for early brunch. So again, it's been an honor, it's been a privilege, it's been a pleasure for those that have personal questions. Personal. You have some things that you want to ask of me and you couldn't call in at this hour, or you want to stay connected. You need a good coach in your life, a health and wellness coach. Then I'm going to give out my personal email address, and I typically don't do this, but I feel led by the Holy Spirit to do it. I'm going to give out my personal email address, and please put in the subject line this show, that you heard it on this show, so that I can know and I can respond accordingly. Okay, and please give me 72 hours because we have a global expansion going on right now with Sanki Global, and when I leave here, I'm going on to my next destination. So just give me 72 hours to respond to you. But I give you my word, you will hear from me. And that email address is askdrhelen@gmail.com. That's AskDrHelen. AskDrHelen@gmail.com. Ask Dr. Helen on IG. You can see me on Facebook with Helen Delahoussay, Billionaires Uploading. And I want to have a whole bunch of billionaires uploading with me because I have women empowerment, the anointing all over me for women. I just love my women, my sisters, my girls. You know, I really do. And so, and there's nothing you can do about it, by the way. And so, again, that's AskDrHelen@gmail.com. I expect to hear from you, but more importantly, you dial those numbers right now. Because by now, you should understand it's your turn. By now, you should understand that it's your time, it's your birthright. And by now, you should be searching and securing a way to recession-proof your life. God bless you, Turks and Caicos. God bless you, man of the hour. I have thoroughly appreciated being on your show today.
Thank you, Dr. Helen. I really enjoy this show. I mean, I just love it, and I just feel something about it. I think this is very special, and I believe a lot of lives. I believe the entire Turks and Caicos is blessed to have you in our presence today. And I know they're listening. I've had some points came in. People say, you know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. And so we are grateful for this opportunity, and I just hope that that we take this opportunity as well to make our lives better here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. May God continue to bless you, shine His light upon you, that the rest of your life be the best of your life, and that you walk on and in purpose, and that you understand that it is more than just this radio show. You've got a voice to speak to the nations, to empower and enrich the nations, and this is just the beginning. You will be here 100+ years. God has a blessing over you, and I decree and declare prosperity, that people see it immediately, that you have instant transformation even on today, that you have a powerful testimony, that people, that you could now be the lender to everybody in your country, not just the lender of finances, but spiritually and emotionally and physically, and that you begin to walk in your anointing because you have something that even protects kings. Like you have a calling on your life that you are supposed to be the king's keeper. Like brother's keeper, you're the king's keeper. So you need to start that right here in Turks and Caicos. My husband, Dr. Edward Clay, has king's keeper of the United States of America, and he's launched one in Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, and he talks about a wealth piece tied to how wealth is tied to your health in the new money system. And so you need to connect with him because I believe that y'all need to start a chapter here of the King's Keeper.
Yes.
Because you would be ideal as an ambassador for that. So again, thank you for having me on your show.
Thanks again. Thank you. And thank the audience for listening to the show. Thank you very much.